How excited are you to play somebody else?
We're so excited. We're excited to give other people headaches other than ourselves, and to compete together is something that's really exciting. And it's already started. We've already started scouting and planning on how we're going to play together, so it'll be fun.
What do you guys hope to learn about yourselves in this first exhibition, playing someone else?
I think what we're hoping to learn.
Yeah, what do you hope to learn about yourselves as a team, as a unit?
I think how to, like, we've been practicing coming together, like how to lean on each other, but I think it's just something different when we're not playing guys that are on the same team. I think we're going to learn how to really lean on each other against an opponent that is not our team.
What do you feel like you guys have gotten a lot better at recently that gives you confidence that you guys are not only going to go out there and perform, but perform well and be a good team?
Yeah, I mean, I think our big focus has been lately is making plays for our teammates, is focusing on what we can do to assist our teammates, whether not even just passing, but like screening, setting real screens, getting each other open. If that's our thought process, we're worried about our teammates getting shots, and then we think everything's going to work out.
What do you think Rupp's going to look like out there for real in the real game?
Considering it's the first game that we're playing against somebody else, I would think that Big Blue Nation is excited and that it's going to be a good environment. So we're excited for that.
We've seen a couple big dunks from you so far. How do you feel like you personally are coming along?
Yeah, starting to get my legs under me a little bit, and trying to just be aggressive to feel the game out, because it's been a while since that. So just trying to get a feel, and I feel like that's coming back, and I'm feeling very comfortable out on the floor and going after our guys. And so yeah, I'm feeling good.
When you had 2 years without a game, were you checking in, just making sure you could still dunk? Like, let me make sure I still got it.
Every once in a while, I would when we'd find a hoop, I'd try to dunk a little bit. But since I've been back and working out and getting my legs under me, it's come back faster than I would have hoped. So I'm grateful for that. I feel very blessed.
How did you feel Saturday morning after the blue-white physically? Are you there, ready to play 20-ish minutes a game at a high level?
Yeah, I mean, playing 40 minutes nonstop is definitely a challenge, I think, for everybody. But everybody, I think, bounced back on Saturday and felt good, actually. So I think we're all ready to go, and it's nice now that we won't have to play 40 minutes. We'll be able to sub in and out, to give all that we have, to give our 100% and know that a guy's ready to come in. So that's another nice thing about playing together is we can kind of tag team it.
You mentioned feeling more comfortable. Was there a moment for you when that rust kind of felt start to fade away a little bit?
Yeah, well, it's been the cool thing about the ramping process of coming back is it seems like it's kind of a daily thing of getting better every day. Like, you hear it get better every day, but that's really what I feel since coming back is every day a little bit starts to come back or improve, and so that's what I felt.
Collin, does it feel like practice every day?
Who do I usually go against? It kind of depends. Coach Pope or in the coaching staff, they kind of mix up our teams every day. I've played a lot with Lamont and Amari. I've seemed to be grouped with them a lot. So that means I go against Jackson and sometimes Kobe, Travis. I've played against them a lot at practice, I feel. So, and that's been a big blessing for me in being back, is playing against those guys, learning how to guard those guys. And so I feel very confident to guard anybody in the country after guarding them every day. So.
Does it feel like a game week, getting into a game week mode? Can you kind of describe what that's like?
Yeah, well, I think we've tried throughout the summer to keep our focus and what you might call the game mode throughout the summer. So when games come, it's nothing new. We don't do anything different. We focus on doing the little things, the boring habits of preparing for practice every day. And so we'll look to take that same precaution and preparing for the game.
I know you guys focus on yourselves mostly, but do you do any prep for Kentucky Wesleyan? I mean, what are you learning about them? What are they going to do well out there?
Yeah, we do. We've watched film, talked about personnel. I mean, these guys can play, and that's what we've seen on film. So we're going over their plays, and we're going to be ready for them. They're very good players and can come in and we expect them to play. So we're coming in ready to respond to that.
Yeah, big programs have lost exhibition games before, so you guys send a message like, hey, you guys, let's be on point here.
Yeah, we're looking to attack and make a statement. So.
Do you get a physical report, like scouting report, or are you just sitting down going over the film?
Yeah, we do. We have it on our phones. We have report on all their guys and a bunch of film attached from them so we can study and be ready for them.
Andrew was also talking about how the coaching staff has kind of been mixing and matching these lineups throughout the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the challenges that for you guys that come along with that, trying to get on the same page, I guess?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like I guess the feeling of being humble, ready to play whatever is needed of you. I mean, there's so many different pieces that I think are trying to be matched together that it's going to take some time to figure out how to play and who is going to play well together, and that's something that comes with humility and the willingness to learn and find what's going to work and be willing to do what's going to work. That's what it felt.
What have you learned about your own game kind of throughout that process, especially, like you said, going up against guys like Jackson and Kobe on a pretty regular basis, it sounds like?
Yeah, well, for the good and the bad, I mean, you find out what you need to work on, but also things that you're good at, things that work. For instance, if I'm playing offense and something works against Lamont Butler, well, it's probably going to work against a lot of people in the country, right? And so that's something that we try to find is things that we can work on, and the weaknesses that we may see or the coaches may see, we're working on it every day at practice. We have a lot of time to work on skill and developing those areas that need improvement.
Can you describe what it's like to try to score against Lamont or have Lamont defend you out on the perimeter?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It's a great challenge that I think any competitor wants. Is Lamont's very physical, very fast, and very great at anticipating. And so it's great to take it as a challenge. It's kind of Lamont is known to be that guy on defense, and so it's kind of like you have nothing to lose situation to where you just go at him and hope that it goes well and try to compete against them. It's great.
Where does that poster rank among your best in your career?
I mean, it's my first poster in a long time. It's been a long time, and so I guess in recent memory, it's up there. But hopefully there'll be more to come.
Had you had anything like that in practice? These practice sessions or scrimmages?
I've had a few dunks. I don't think anything like that. Well, like we've had time to go against each other, but I think the blue-white scrimmage gave us a little bit of time to get comfortable in playing 5-on-5 and relax a little bit. And so I think that played into it a little bit.
Did you say anything to Brandon or Andrew or either of those guys after you the type to?
No, not after. I mean, BG's been hearing it from everybody else, including Coach Pope. He's been letting him hear it. So, yeah, he hasn't been off the hook.
Did you produce the way you maybe expected? Because every year there's a surprise standout of the blue-white game, and you were that one. Did you go into that kind of expecting you to produce the way you did?
Yeah, well, especially the last few weeks since coming back from a little minor injury, I felt really good and really comfortable in my game and the way I've been playing. And so I feel that I'm confident and that I'm able to produce that way in any given night. And so I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to go out there and do that, because we haven't had much opportunity yet. And so, I'm confident that I can reciprocate that night in and night out.
How frustrating was that setback? Because like you said, the ramp up, you're trying to kind of just make incremental change every day and get a little better, and then you hit something like that. I imagine it's pretty frustrating.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially as it gets closer to the season. I mean, you want to be ready. You want to have all the time that you can to prepare, but it's just something that comes, and you just have to take it and do the best that I can. So that's what I did, is try to do the best that I can, all the things that I can every day, whether that was small as I was recovering. But it was frustrating, but it once again makes me appreciate the time that I have now to play.
Have there been any surprises with the whole ramp-up process these past few months? I know Coach Pope has done it a lot in the past and had, I'm sure, a pretty set plan, but did you ever hit a point or see something like, oh, I wasn't expecting that?
I think it was surprising maybe how quick I was getting back into it. I was maybe getting a little bit impatient, but it was actually a lot faster than I might have imagined coming back was going to be. And so I think that surprised me a little bit. The little setback took it a little bit longer, but I'm surprised at how fast I've been able to come back.
Did anybody, Coach Pope, Coach Fee, or anybody who's kind of seen it have to tell you to slow down and take it easy at any point?
100%. They're always pushing patience and trying to, I guess, give me a little bit of perspective, because I've never gone through an off season in college basketball, and so I don't know what it looks like, what is required, and so they're always trying to keep me patient. It's okay. We just need to be ready for November now.
How much of it was physical versus mental, or even just getting in general shape versus kind of getting the skills back after being away for so long? Yeah,
well, I can remember a few rigorous days of conditioning that really got me. But those moments, I feel like there's a few of them. But at the beginning there was a few. But after that, I think it was mostly mental. I think of being held back from not fully playing after coming back from not playing for 2 years. I think was a little bit of a battle that took some time. But I think the physical are coming back, which they're still coming back. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm in my full form yet, but I think every day physicals are coming back, mentals are good because I'm able to play. I think that's been the biggest thing for me, is being able to play has helped me to really have joy in the game. So,
what does full form look like for you, I guess, in comparison to what we saw at Blue White?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. I think conditioning is going to be better. I'm not as fast as I think I can be. Can't jump as high as I think I can jump. So hopefully it'll be only up from there.
You're obviously a couple years older than the other two freshmen on the team, but all three of you are freshmen. What have you seen from Trent and Travis, and what do you think the expectations for those guys?
Those guys have been tremendous blessings to me since being here. Especially my shooting game. I've become very tight with them because we've worked out a lot together, and I love shooting with them because it pushes me so much and it raises the expectation of what I am for myself a lot. And so that's been great for me to learn from them and to compete with them. So
is that kind of humbling when you're shooting next to
100%.
Both of them?
No, it 100% is, and I'll admit that to anybody, that it is humbling. And like I said, they set the expectation for what a shooter is. So I'm blessed to have them around.
With 3 straight events of you guys playing against each other, has there been any aspect of kind of not wanting to show too much ahead of actual opponents?
Nope. We're out there to compete against each other and to win. That was the biggest thing. There was no talks in holding anything back, because we just wanted to go out and compete like we have been day in and day out. And so Yeah, no worries about that.
Learning plays is one thing, but the little nuances that go into it, how a guy hedges, how he comes over a screen, and things like that, how tough is that when you have 14 guys that are all coming from different places and you've never played together before?
Yeah, at the beginning, it was a lot of like terminology, as we're always saying, like we're always trying to communicate in what we call our words, right? Is we don't want people saying 2 or 3 different things meaning the same thing, as we're all learning our terminology, our language, and so that took a little bit of adjustment. I think a lot of the guys, like it's all familiar principles or familiar actions, but just everybody calls it a little bit different. So that took a little bit of time to all get on the same page with terminology and things like that.
Can you explain kind of the importance of cutting in this offense?
Yeah, it's very important. It's very active offense, and moving off the ball, cutting and screening are very important, and so it's very important in getting our, like I said earlier, in finding looks for our guys and creating for our guys. Cutting plays into that. That can be, I know it's not listed as an assist, but a cut down the lane to bring another defender, getting somebody a wide open shot is just as much of an assist as the pass is, and so it's very important.
Is that something that gets highlighted maybe in practice? Because I don't know about stopping practice and pointing it out.
It does, 100% it does. That in film is we don't want guys to feel like their cuts or their things that aren't on the stat sheet, they don't go unnoticed. They're all important. So I think the coaching staff has done a great job at highlighting that and helping everybody to understand that.
We've heard all you guys talk about the offense and how fun it is, shoot threes, run down, first guy open, fire it up, but to win in the SEC, you had to play defense, and I know Coach Pope stresses that. How tough is that in comparison to just running down there and just playing offense? Yeah,
well, playing against each other was a little bit interesting because of how fast-paced we play, with how fast-paced running on offense. The offense is coming back just as fast-paced, so it's a little bit of there and back, and it's fun because the offense is so hard to guard. It's been great practice, I think, to practice against each other. As somebody who's running that same offense, we have a lot of practice in guarding one of the toughest offenses, I believe, to be guarded. And so I think that's going to help us to be ready for the SEC, anybody that we play.
Were you able to watch much BYU basketball last season from overseas?
I was not. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch. I was getting updates from my family though on how they were doing, and so I got a little bit of update.
Yeah, but no any games?
No.
Did you see none at all?
Didn't get to watch any games.
Okay.
So going back to your recruitment, you just kind of said you were going to follow Mark Pope wherever he was going to go, and it happily ended up in Lexington.
Yeah.
What was that belief like? Why was he a guy that you just kind of were going to blindly follow wherever he was going to go?
Well, in the recruiting process, it just felt like there was something. I always felt like there was something different with Coach Pope and his staff. Like when we would watch film together, and they would teach me something, or they would talk to me after a game, and I just always felt like there was so much to learn from him, and that he had great intentions for me. I felt like he believed in me. That was I think the biggest thing is that he believed in me, and that's who I want to play for, someone who believes in me and sees a future for me. So,
what does that confidence do for your confidence? If he's that confident in you, how confident does that make you as a player?
Yeah, no, a lot, and it's no fun to play on eggshells, and but so I've been playing freely, and when there needs to be an adjustment or a teaching moment, he'll happily teach me what I need to do, and so I'm grateful to be able to play freely as well as learn a lot from these guys.
I think Pope mentioned earlier in the summer that you kind of had like a minor injury or something. Just what happened there, and what was the recovery process?
Yeah,
how you feeling going in?
No, I just I had to tweak my hamstring. That took a little bit. It wasn't like super terrible, but it's just kind of a nagging injury that takes a little bit of time to come back and to heal. So there was a little bit of time where I had to let it heal, but it came at a good time when I feel like the team we were on break for a little bit, and then they went through a little bit of a ramping process as we came back to campus, and so I didn't feel like I missed too much, which I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful to be back now.